What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon. NFL Week 2, some of our favorite bets, brought to you by Outlier.Bet. If you have not checked Outlier.Bet out yet, you guys need to. We go into NFL insights. We can see just the top one. Jalen Hurts has failed to exceed 65.1 passing completion percentage in 4 of his last 5 games at home. You can find the different books that you can actually take this bet on. This one is minus 120 over on Underdog. You can add it to your bet slip, and it'll take you right out to, let's go to Underdog, and you can check that out. Now, you can open in Underdog. I can't play Underdog in my state for whatever reason. Makes absolutely no sense. So I can't take this bet, but you guys can. If you want to, check out Outlier.Bet. The link to sign up is down below. If you guys sign up, they have a $20 week package, or $20 for a month package. Check that out. Get a 7-day free trial. If you want that $20 package, after 7 days, sign up. If you sign up using our link, we are going to give you a free month of FTA Plus, which is FantasyTeamAdvisors.com Plus. That is you get a month of that. So $20 from Outlier, a $30 value from FTA Plus for signing up. They have a pro package, normally worth $130. Go through the 7-day free trial. If you enjoy it, sign up. If you used our link, we're going to give you 3 months free, which is a $90 value on top of what you get for NFL betting. So we're going to check out the bets. We're going to check out everything. If you were interested in FTA Plus and you've been mulling the idea around, this weekend, there's only 8 spots left. If you were interested in a yearly pass, normally $200, get it for $50 this weekend. Email me, dfshelp1@gmail.com. That's dfshelp, the number 1, @gmail.com. And we will get you set up for a year for $50, $150 off. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at some of our favorite bets here. If you have some of your own, definitely click the link in the description, which is the Discord. We go back and forth with each other. We try to help build different lineups with everybody else. So my favorite one, and depending on what you want, everyone loves, the touchdown parlays. Everybody loves those. I get that. It's a ton of great, huge odds. The chances of hitting them are not what you think, but we are here to give you different bets, not just touchdown bets. So what I'm going to look at is we're going to go down here to props. We're going to let that load. We are then going, and depending on which prop you want, so whether or not you want receptions, whether or not, sorry, let me refresh that. Whether or not you want touchdowns, receptions, receiving yards, whatever it is, we will look into it. So we're going to props. We are going to receptions. My favorite reception bet of the week in week 2 consists of Chris Godwin. Now, obviously Baker had the best week last week of all quarterbacks, and Mike Evans had a touchdown. We get that. We look at Chris Godwin. Now, everyone's going to be on Mike Evans. I want to take the exposure. I want to get it with Chris Godwin. Now, the line is over and a half, 5 receptions. Now, if we look at this, they will pressure Baker, who needs to dump it off to him. All he's got to do is get these passes off. Now, Cooper Kupp had, obviously, Chris Godwin is the slot receiver for Tampa Bay. Cooper Kupp was the slot receiver last week for the Rams. Cooper Kupp had 14 receptions on 21 targets in week 1. I'm not saying that's going to happen again. Obviously, with Puka going out, Kupp was always the wide receiver 1. Godwin has a really good chance to hit over 5.5 receptions. Now, we're going to add these in. We're going to look at the odds, but we can see what they look like if you parlay them as well. Now, I'm not saying to parlay them, but what I'm saying is it is a chance to parlay them if you guys want to get a little froggy in week 2 of the NFL. So, that being said, Courtland Sutton. This is another one that I kind of like. The receiving core for Denver this year has gone from Jerry Jeudy, Courtland Sutton to others to just Courtland Sutton. And it's kind of shown. And we see what we saw last week. We saw that Courtland Sutton is Bo Nix's number 1 target there. I completely get that. And we're going to look at the line here right now. So we apply this. Sutton last week had 12 targets. His line right now, 39.5 receiving yards. Over 39.5 receiving yards. And what you can see is Minus 115 on DraftKings, minus 118 on Caesars, 119 on Price Picks, and minus 130 on FanDuel. He should be able to do this. You can even jump in if you want to look at touchdowns. Like you go into the player, you can see their receiving yards, what they've gotten in all of these games here. You can see supporting stats by passing plays, receptions per targets, target share, all of this. Their insights. Cortland Sutton has exceeded 37.5 receiving yards in 7 of his last 9 games, 47.8 receiving yards per game average out of him. And you can see the Denver pass versus run. Obviously, it's a new offense. It is a new quarterback. I get that. But this is another one that I like. So I'm going to add this one to my picks and put that into the bet slip number 2 right down here. And what I love about this bet slip on Outlier is whenever you decide to get, like, let's go DraftKings. When you decide you like that, however many legs you want on this parlay, or you do single bets, you can add it to your bet slip. It takes you right out to DraftKings Sportsbook, which I'm not signed in yet, but it'll take you out there, and you can do individual bets. You can do parlay them as well. And you can see, you can do it 2 of 2 legs here on DraftKings at plus 243. So we absolutely love what we bring to the table. Now, we are looking at Pacheco. Now, he didn't have the biggest game last week, okay? But we look at Pacheco going up against Cincy. For whatever reason, Pacheco loves to face him. He had 130 yards against this defense last year. He's averaging 17 carries per game over his last 9, and Ramondre Stevenson just had 120 yards on the Cincinnati defense in week 1. Pacheco right now over 67.5 rushing yards. Now, depending on what you're looking at, you could tease this. So right now, 67.5 rushing yards is the line. But you can go, I mean, if you want to tease this, you can go, maybe you think he's going to get 80 or 90 at 250. So just for instance, if you think he's going to hit 67.5, that's minus 110. If you want to go 70, that's minus 102. Okay? I think he should easily get this. It'll just come down to the game plan and if they're dump-off passes and if they go up big early on this Cincy team that is without a lot of their core weapons for Joe Burrow, who did not look good in week 1. So we add that to our picks. That is a 3-player parlay right there. Now, looking at this. This one is a line that people aren't thinking about, a team that people aren't thinking about. And there are reasons. And you'll see. Receiving yards. Player. Wan'Dale Robinson for a very bad Giants offense. Now, we look at this. His line is 38.5 receiving yards. Now, this will obviously be dependent if Malik Neighbors is out. He has been limited all week. I think probably doesn't play just because of how bad Daniel Jones has been. But this Washington defense is not good. If Neighbors is out, I love this pick even more. At 38.5 is exactly what we're looking at here. It has moved. It started, I believe, at 34.5, so it has gone up since then. But if you want to go down to 36.5, whatever. Over 37.5 is positive EV, which is at minus 113. I will take those odds. So 38 receiving yards against a very bad Commanders secondary. Now, we look at this. If you look at our matchup tool on FantasyTeamAdvisors.com under the NFL tab, the Washington defense gives up the over 1 week, gave up the most amount of receiving yards to wide receivers. And we broke it down to the top receivers on each team, which you guys can check out. Wan'Dale Robinson, over 37.5. I will tease it down to that. I will add that to my picks for number 4. Now, this is one where not a lot of people are on this guy. This is a kind of a funny name if you think about it. But we're going to go with Ladd McConkey. What is this dude? There can't be. That's a dumb name. But we can look at this. So, I mean, depending on what prop you want to go, you can do different ones, prize picks, underdog, blah, blah, blah. You see receiving yards. You can see longest reception. But he has looked like he is So Mike Williams is gone. Keenan Allen is gone. Both of those guys are gone. McConkey looks to be the number 1 wide receiver 1 on this. So kind of looking at this, over 4.5 receptions, I don't mind this one here. Should be in a good matchup here. He had 5 his last start. So if you want to tease it down, you can. Over 3.5 minus 162 if you're not going with a straight bet, and that is 5 bets right there. You can check it out. DraftKings, you can do all these bets but Ladd McConkey. You can do all 5 on FanDuel, and this is what I love. It shows you where you can get your odds, and then you build it and you add it to your bet slip, take it out for plus 1957 if you want to add some of these bets there. So we're going to have more bets. We're going to have touchdown bets. We're going to have other things. I love what we bring to the table here. I think you guys will too. I want you guys to check out FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. I want you guys to check out the Discord where we have a lot of back and forth between bets, building lineups, core plays for DFS, baseball, football, basketball, NASCAR, PGA, MMA. It is all there for you. So if you guys enjoyed this video, you want to win. If you have not already signed up for FanDuel DraftKings, the links are down below. If you sign up and deposit money, they're going to match you. And if you guys sign up using our link, show us that you signed up. We are going to give you a free month of FTA Plus, absolutely free on top of everything else. So that's what I've got in this video. Good luck betting today or betting on Sunday, Monday Night Football, whatever it is, whatever you're playing. Check it out. And also, I'm going to link, we've already broken down the Sunday Night Football showdown and the Monday Night Football showdown. I'm going to link those at the end of this video, and hopefully you guys are able to bring home the bacon with us. So that is what I've got in this video. Good luck today, and as always, let's bring home some bacon. Peace!